Hey everyone, and welcome to this multi-stage gearbox tutorial in SolidWorks, in which we will learn how to model this casing part of the gearbox. So let's begin. So first you need to open a new part file, and after that you need to make sure that you're working in mmgs as units. Okay. After that I will select the front plane and click on sketch. Then I will create a center rectangle at the origin point. Then I will select the smart dimensioning tool and I will specify the length of this line as 119 and the length of this line is 70 millimeters. After that I will go to features. I will select extruded boss base and I will extrude it up to 35 millimeters. So specify 35 and then check this box. At this point it's up to you if you want to specify any material. I am specifying this nickel. Then I will select this side face and click on sketch. Here I will create a circle. So select the circle and create the circle at this edge point. After that specify the diameter, which is 16 millimeters. Then from the bottom edge to the midpoint of the circle the distance is going to be 40 millimeters. Then go to features and select extruded cut and cut it up to 8 millimeters. So specify 8 and then check this box from here. After that we will rotate this part and on the other side we will create the sketch. So this time we will create the circle on the upper side. So let's create a circle here. The diameter is going to be 16, so I will specify the diameter as 16, and then from the center point of the circle to this bottom point here I will specify the distance as 79. Then go to features and select extruded cut and similarly cut it up to 8 millimeters. I will press the enter button. Okay, then select this top face and click on sketch, and here we will be creating the three corner rectangles. So this is going to be the first corner rectangle, another one, and finally the third corner rectangle. Now let's specify the dimensions and some relations. So hold control key, select these two lines and make relation collinear, and similarly hold control key from your keyboard, select these two lines and make relation collinear from here. Okay, then I will select the smart dimensioning tool and I will specify the distance between these two lines. This is going to be 8 millimeters, and similarly on the other side. So distance between these two lines is 8 millimeters. Okay, then I will specify the length of these rectangles, or you can say the width of these rectangles as 14. So all of these are 14 millimeters. So one by one I will specify 14 millimeters. Okay, after doing that I will specify the distance between these rectangles. So the distance between these two lines is 6, and also the other one, which is automatically gonna get assigned, as you can see it from here. Then the distance between these two lines, which I will specify as 25, and the distance between these two lines, this is going to be 5 millimeters. And after that I will specify the length of this line, which is going to be 89, and one more dimension, this one from this line to this line. Here I will specify the distance as 25. And now as you can see the whole sketch has turned into black, which means the sketch is fully defined, which is written over here. Go to features and select extruded cut. Here specify the depth of cut. You can select these contours, one, second one and the third one, and then you can specify the depth of cut as 32 millimeters and then check the box. Okay, and as you can see here the bearing will be sitting. So this is the bearing housing. We need to create the bearing housing here. So select this wall and click on sketch. So if I rotate it a little bit, which is not necessary, you need to select this edge, circular edge, and select the convert entity. Then select the line and create a line from these 2 points, and then select extruded cut and here specify up to next and then check the box. So this bearing housing will be created. And similarly we need to create a bearing housing in front of this wall. So select this face and click on sketch, and this time I will select this edge and click on convert entities. Then I will create a line from this point to this point, and then if I rotate it, as you can see, the sketch has been created here, which is turned into blue, which means that we can cut it up to next and check the box. Okay, then select this top face and click on sketch, and here I am going to create a center line from this yellow midpoint to this yellow midpoint. After that I will be creating here a corner rectangle. So create a corner rectangle like this. This is not symmetric, so hold Control key and select these three lines, and you can make relation symmetric, as you can see it from here. After that I will specify the dimension. So the length of this line, this is going to be 16, and then the length of this line, this is going to be 20. I will create a corner rectangle here on this side, which I will mirror on the other side. So length of this line is going to be 23, and the length of this line, this is going to be 20. So now select the mirror entities. I will select these four lines of the rectangle, and in mirror about window I will select the center line which we have created earlier. Now go to features and select extruded cut, and here specify through all, and then check the box. Okay. Now select this face and click on sketch, and then select here offset entities, and then I will select this outer line. We need to reverse it, so you can reverse it like this. Then I will select this line and this circular edge as well, and make sure to specify the offset distance as 3 millimeters, which you are seeing here. Then check the box. After that, in order to complete the sketch, I will select the line and I will complete the sketch like this. Then go to features and select extruded cut, and here specify blind and specify the depth of cut, which I am specifying as 5 millimeters, and then check the box. So this cut has been created, as you can see it from here. By using this reference cut line, we will be making the cuts on the whole gearbox casing. So select this face and click on sketch, and this is going to be a corner rectangle, and I will be using the reference which I have created earlier in the previous cut, and I will cut it up to 2 millimeters on this wall. Then I will select this face and click on sketch. We have got the reference point, so from this reference point to this corner I will create a corner rectangle, and then I will keep cutting it like this, 2 millimeters. Then select this face and click on sketch. Again I will create a corner rectangle. I will use the reference point which we have created, and then I will cut it up to 2 millimeters. Then I will rotate it. This face should need a cut as well. So since we have got the reference point, so from this point to this reference point I will create a cut of 2 millimeter depth. Check the box, and similarly on the other side. Corner rectangle, this reference point to here, cut it up to 2 millimeter depth. Check the box, and we need to make these cuts here as well. So select this face and click on sketch, and this time I will create a whole rectangle up to this point, this corner, cut it up to 2 millimeter again. Then I will select this inner face and click on sketch, and using the reference point which we have got, create a corner rectangle, then cut it up to 2 millimeters. So the other two faces are not very necessary to cut. Let me show you. These faces, this face and this face, are not really necessary. So I will select this face and click on sketch, and I will create here a corner rectangle again from this reference point to here, this corner. Go to features, select extruded cut, and this time I will extrude cut it up to 5 millimeters and check the box. Okay, and after that I will select this top face and click on sketch, and in order to drill the holes I will create here a reference corner rectangle. Then I will select this whole rectangle and make it as construction geometry, which means that this whole rectangle will be turned into the center lines. Now specify the distance from the external edge as 3 millimeters for all of these lines. This is also 3 millimeters, this is also 3 millimeters, and I think one more, this one, this is also 3 millimeters. Then on the corners I will be creating a circle of diameter 3 millimeter. So circle here, circle here. All of these will have equal diameter of 3 mm, so I will later make relation equal. But first I will specify the diameter of one circle as 3 mm, and after that I will hold control key. I will select then all of these 4 circles, third one and the fourth one, make relation equal. So you can make relation equal from here, otherwise you need to specify the diameters of all 4 circles. Then I will create here 2 more circles, and I will hold control key, select these 3 circles, make relation equal, and after that from the center point to this center point I will specify the distance as 21, and similarly to the other side. Then I will go to features and cut it. So go to features and select extruded cut and cut it up to depth 10 mm, then check the box. I don't think that we would require these circles for now, so select the inner face and click on edit sketch. I will delete this circle and this circle that we have just created, and then I will simply exit the sketch from here. Okay, then select here the fillet, and here specify the radius of the fillet as 5 mm. So I will select this corner and I will select here the second option and then check the box. After that I will select the fillet and I will select this corner, and if I go to the second option again or first option, this is not allowing us to properly fillet. So I will quickly apply the fillets in fast forward way. Apply fillet on these edges as well, not the edges, sorry, the corner, 5 mm radius, and then check the box. Okay, after that we have got a problem here because we have cut the bearing housing as well. So select this face and go to edit sketch, otherwise you can select this cut extrude in the history and go to edit sketch, it's up to you. So instead of creating here a corner rectangle, we should be creating here some offset entities. So I will select this line and delete it. You can delete all of these lines, otherwise you can select the trim entities and you can trim all of these lines. After that I will exit the sketch, although it will create some error like this. So here click on continue and ignore error, and in the design tree you will see the red colored cut extrude error. So right click here and go to edit sketch again, and now let's create the correct sketch now. So I will select here the offset entities, and then I will select this line, select here reverse, make sure that 3 mm is defined for the offset, second line, and this arc, cross this one, select this arc, and as you can see, a line like this has been created. Now we have got the extra line, we will trim that later. Select the line tool from this corner to this point here, create the line. Again select the line, and from this point to this corner, create the line, and also create a line like this as well to complete the sketch. Now we have got the extra line, so using the trim entities, trim these lines. As soon as I do that, the whole sketch has turned into blue. If I simply exit the sketch, the cut will be made, and now the bearing housing is safe. And now this part has been completed. I will go to file, click on save as, and I will save it as gear housing or gear casing. So that's all for this tutorial, guys. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.